Welcome, team, to your very short, succinct, but effective workout today. We're going to be doing everything seated on a chair. One thing I want to ask is that you elevate your seat so that when you sit down, your pelvis is higher than your knee. And the reason we do this is that it's easier for us to keep our spine nice and upright. So please ensure that you have some elevated surface on your chair that will not slip off. Additionally, you're going to have two light weights. I'm going to move mine off to the side. They're easier when they're on an elevated surface to access. Perhaps some water and just an attitude of gratitude for this amazing opportunity to move together, team. So have a seat. We're just going to start with a quick warm up and a posture check. So with both sit bones, right? If you just rock from side to side, you might feel those bony protrusions at the bottom of your pelvis, rooted equally into the chair. You can press your hands into your thighs and lift straight up so your eyes are on the horizon, maybe even taking one palm to the crown of the head and try to lift upwards into the weight of your hand, feeling the chin slightly tuck in. Great, so you're all set now for your warm-up. This is our best practices posture, a little tone in through the belly, almost as if I was coming to poke you and you were really ticklish, a little bit of tension held there for the duration of this practice. We still breathe, but we breathe in and out of the rib cage, feeling that expansion go from the center out to all sides of your body. Relax the shoulders. Again, eyes on the horizon. We're going to extend that left leg. And from here, we're going to hinge forward with a flat back and sweep our arms forward and as high up to the ceiling as we can. And we're just going to continue alternating side to side. Good. Again, extend one leg. Nice full breath in and out, preferably through the nose, but if that doesn't feel comfortable from the side, it looks something like this. We're hinging with that flat back. And the range of motion in today's practice is completely up to you. The movement can be deep, it can be minimal. It's just got to feel good in your body, and you have to ensure that you can keep that nice lifting on all four sides of the waistline. Good. We'll go one more time on each side. Here we go. Extend, getting a nice stretch in through the back line of the leg. Perfect. And from here, we're going to keep our feet slightly outside the seat of our chair, or the legs of our chair. And from here, we're going to keep that tone in through the belly and just find a slight hinge. Once again, from the side, it looks something like this. You may be up here, you may be down here, as long as we can keep that spine in its neutral position. And then from here, we're simply going to take our arms out left to right, wrists in line with shoulders, thumbs up to the ceiling. And we're going to try to bring those thumbs slightly behind us, feeling a squeezing in our shoulder blades. Good, and then return back to center. Again, squeeze back, feeling those shoulders retract in towards the spine. That's it, you're doing great. One more time here. Good, and let's reset. Take our hands to the top of our thighs, come right back up, nice tall spine, and we'll return back into that hinge position. This time we'll take our arms into like a Y. Good, and we're gonna reach our arms up, and we're gonna, again, thumbs reach back behind us, and then back in line with the ears. Behind us, so the range of motion will be dependent on each one of you. So some of us have a deeper range of motion with our arms, with our hinge, others not as much. You just do what feels good in your body and doesn't cause any pain. Good. Perfect. We'll go one more time. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Come back up. Set your feet hip width apart. Good. A little bit of light jogging on the spot. And some of that might look like toes stay on the ground. You're going to alternate heel to heel. When your right heel comes up, your left arm comes up. Good. And again, some of us keep our feet on the ground. Nice tall posture, just starting to warm up the muscles of the body here. Most importantly, the heart muscle, keeping that posture. Good, and then if it feels good to you, you can actually lift your toes up off of the ground. Perfect. We're gonna go for 5, whatever feels good for you. 4, with that nice tall spine. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And that's time for your warm up now. So we're going to go into our strength section. All you're going to need is a couple of cans of soup, bottles of water. I happen to have weights accessible to me. We're going to do 4 exercises, repeating them 3 times through. So 3 sets, 4 exercises, roughly about 12 minutes. I think we can do that together. And then from here, we're going to maintain that nice tall spine. Bring those shoulders onto your back. So squeeze those shoulders slightly back. Tuck that chin in. Let me set our timer, otherwise we'll go on forever. You know me. Here we go. We're going to bicep curl those weights up to our shoulders. Turn our palms to face away from us and then press those light weights overhead. Remembering you can do all of this, team, without weights. Just try to squeeze the muscles, turn the palms forward, press up overhead as much as you can. Again, don't forget to breathe fully here, press up. Good, keep that tall spine. Really think about squeezing the handles on your weights, whatever weights you're choosing to use today. And if you're not using weights, then you can just make a nice strong fist. We'll go for 3, 2, this is our last one, and release. Good, you can move those weights off to the side. For our next exercise, we'll not include any weights other than your own body weight. Taking your hands to the side of the chair, press down and lift up through the spine. From here, we're going to extend one knee out to the out in front of us. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and alternate side to side. So really push down into the seat of the chair. We're focusing on holding this movement with the knee extended fully here. So some of us might find this really easy. What do we do if we find it easy? We keep practicing, but you could also add some light weights to your ankles if you have them. Not necessary. You're going to feel the front of the thigh engage. That knee is extended, reach through the heel, extend, extend, extend. Maybe think about spreading those toes out. That's it. Don't lose that posture, team. Stay nice and tall. Good. Alternating for 3, 2, and 1. Good. We'll need that one weight back again. From here, third exercise, feet nice and wide, sit up nice and tall. We're going to hold that weight, the round edge facing the monitor. Draw the shoulders back. We're going to hinge forward, flat back. So lift up out of the waistline. And as you come up, you're going to take that weight to your shoulder. So we're going to come down and up from the side. Hinge. Use the power in your legs. You can push those legs down into the ground. Find a slight squeezing engagement in through the seat. Good. We'll go one more time. And then it's time to give our left arm a bit of a opportunity to get stronger here. So we'll hinge, push our feet into the ground, use the power of our legs, the power of our glutes to bring that weight in towards the shoulder, keeping our armpit nice and tight to our body. Use that exhalation, team. Good. It doesn't cost you any money to use your own breath here to stay stronger. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Last exercise on the circuit, team, is we're going to hold here a knee lift. So you're very familiar with this movement. We extended our leg before. Now we're going to lift our knee up. So from this angle, we're going to lift that leg up and gently perhaps rest our hands on the top of our thigh, not on our knee joint, and gently press down is an option, or just rest those hands on the top of the thigh. Good. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. We're in it. We're going to hold. And some of us may not be ready to lift our whole foot off the floor, in which case maybe you can have the support of your toes. Gentle press down, getting those hip flexors really strong, those low tummy muscles engaged. And again, why is this exercise important, team? If you want to get up out of the tub, if you want to lift your leg up to climb those stairs, we're going to have to really strengthen those muscles in the hip crease here. But again, it goes without saying that our spine stays nice and tall throughout. A little bit of shaking going on here. We'll go one more time. Ooh, and release. Maybe a little water break is in order. We're going to go through that again, team. curl to Arnold press is our next move. Have 2 weights in hand. Let me reset my timer. Are you ready? 3, 2, and 1. We're in it. Weights on each hand, shoulders on your back. Bring those weights to your shoulders. Turn your palms and press up. Good. And then we go back down to starting position. So spin the palms to face forward, press up. Good. Keep going. This is our second round of what? How many rounds did I say we were gonna do? 3. I'm sorry, but I'm not really sorry. Press up. You got this. 10 more seconds on the clock here. Push. Yes, good. Let's get one more in. Even if we go over our timer, I'm okay with that. Woo! Okay, let's put those weights down. So again, if you have like another chair, it's maybe more efficient to have the chair beside you to put those weights on, but it's okay here. So here we go. Sit up nice and tall. Press your hands down to lift your spine up out of the waist. Keep that tone in through the belly. Isometric holds of our leg extensions. Knee is 100% straight. Hold it, 3, 2, 1, and we release. Keep going. Extend. Ooh, what comes up after our strength circuit? Does anyone remember how I like to format these classes? A little bit of cardiovascular exercise, that's right. So we use strength at the beginning of our practice so that we use whatever energy we have coming to this practice, we want to use it for our strength. And then whatever is left, we use it towards our cardio. But I promise it's all good. Extend and reach. Finish off on this side, team. Extend, hold, and reach. We'll need 1 weight for our clean exercise. The movement is called a clean. Feet are outside of the legs of the chair. Spine is tall. We'll hinge forward. Weight, arm is relaxed here. And we're gonna exhale, push our feet into the ground and bring that weight to the top of our shoulder. Good, hinge. Yes, good, keep going. Whatever you need to do with that opposite hand, I feel like our superhuman pose here with our hand on our waist, or you can take your hand to the top of your thigh, whatever feels most empowering to you. The fact that you decided to work out today, well, you get a gold star right off the bat. Last one here, let's switch hands. So take it into your left hand, draw those shoulders back. Let's get that tummy engaged, invite it to the party. Push the floor away, squeeze that seat to come on up. That's it, team. Keep going. You've got it in you. Leave it all here in this class, right? So whatever energy you have, let's put it into our workout, and I guarantee that energy is gonna multiply for the rest of your day. 3, 2, 1, release, put your weight down. It goes without saying, we want to make sure there's nothing on the floor that's a tripping hazard, right? Have we talked about that in past classes? I think we have. So sit up nice and tall. From here, instead of leg extensions, we're going to do our knee lifts. So from here, it might look something like this, up onto your toes, or you might choose to lift your leg and just rest your hands on the top of your thigh. Good, nice job. Ooh. Good, keep going. This is our second round. Good. Stay tall, team. Don't start to slouch. We don't want to make that C curve in our spine. And if that's happening here, maybe think about elevating your seat a little bit more. Good. Hold. I'm just gently holding my hands on the top of my thigh. I don't even find it necessary to push down. That's pretty advanced, but if that's where you're at today, go for it. 3, 2, and 1. Water break, team. Grab that sip of water. Last round, best round. Are you ready for it? I'm ready for it. All right. So we're gonna need 2 weights for this. Remember our clean. Here we go. Sit up tall, shoulders on your back. Yeah, and push. Good. Spin the palms away from you at the bottom and forward away from you at the top. That's it. So we're like splitting the move. You could actually break this up into 2 moves if you wanted to. We're putting a curl and an Arnold press together. Yes, and again, you want to make sure that your weight is not too heavy, that the spine rounds or flexes to get that weight overhead. And you may choose to actually take that weight overhead option out, especially if you're dealing with a shoulder injury. I know a few people who are having some problems with their shoulders, and that's okay. Maybe you're just going to do the curl in 3, last 1, 2, and 1. So good, team. Put those weights aside. Leg extensions. Here we go. Extend your leg. Hold it out there. 3, 2, 1. So if somebody was walking by, they'd be like, wow, this class is so easy. Doesn't feel easy to me. Front of my thighs are burning to hold that leg up there. Our legs are heavy. Ooh, I can't wait for cardio. Extend, extend, extend. Reach, reach, reach. We'll do 1 more on each side, team. Hold it and reach. We're gonna need 1 weight for our clean. Good, and release. Grab that weight. See, I told you it would go by fast. Feet are nice and wide. Posture nice and tall. Superhero pose or hand on thigh for a little added support. We'll hinge, push, squeeze your seat. Come on up, good. From the side, I'll show it here if you need a gentle reminder. So you're actually pushing your feet into the ground, right? They're not just hanging out, those legs. We're gonna use the power of our legs to bring that weight up to our shoulder. Good, let's switch arms. Hinge, push, squeeze your seat. Squeeze what you got. Yes? That's our powerhouse, our glutes. So we wanna engage them. We want them to be strong to help our posture, helps with your balance and coordination. Here we go. Last exercise. 3, 2, 1, you're done. Put that away. Last exercise here. So we did our leg extensions. Now we're gonna do our leg lifts, working specifically our hip flexors. So hands can rest on the top of your thigh. Keep an eye on that timer there. And release. Good. Are you holding your breath? I knew you were. Don't do it. Here's another thing I find myself doing when I get really tired. I start to lean back into my chair. We want to keep our head over our shoulders, over our ribs, over our pelvis throughout. So if you have someone in the room, have them be your teacher. Say, no, 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 don't lean back. Stay tall, you can do it. Let's do 1 more on each side, team. You've got this. Press, press, press. Woo! Water break, water break. All right, now grab that water. You're gonna need it. If my pace is too quick, what do? You slow it down, you don't give up, right? The pace is a choice. If you can't lift your legs, that's okay. You can pop your heels up. We have 4 exercises. We're gonna repeat them twice with a little bit of light march on the start to get things going. So remember our posture check. Okay, first exercise is coming up. We're just starting to warm up the body. Let's just stop here. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So arms are by your side. If we do something like this, oftentimes it's going to encourage our spine to twist. And we know if we're living with low bone density, we want to try and minimize twisting to our end range of motion. Not a horrible thing, but it's not ideal. I like ideal. So first exercise, while you keep marching on the spot, which could include just a heel pop, right? Pretty sure you can manage a heel pop today, yeah? I know you can. So step jacks, right, out and in. And how do we make this more challenging for those that are a little bit more advanced in their practice? We turn up the volume on speed and get both arms going. So when you're ready, join me, opposite arm, opposite leg. It's a nice variation. Got to think a little bit with that, right? 2 rounds plus our warm up and cool down. So you'll get about 10 minutes of cardio in today. And as you know, we want them in blocks of 10 minutes for them to be effective, to add to your almost 30 minutes a day, most days of the week. Getting that heart rate up. Oh, Keep going, team. I know you can do it. If your arms don't go overhead, maybe you raise them out to the side. Yes, it might look something like this. Oh, now I'm thinking. Don't watch yourself in the reflection, Diana. Keep going. Oh my gosh, 3, 2, 1. Okay, alternate leg kicks with a double punch. So hands end up in line with the shoulders as best as you can. We're not cross body. We're not twisting. Ready? Kick, kick, you're in it, go. I like this one. So we're thinking of functional movements here. So we're getting the push and pull mechanics of the chest and upper back. Woo! Oh yeah, we're in it now, team. Keep going. So good, so good. If you need to slow it down, that's a choice that you have absolutely the ability to make, right? What we're not doing is just trying to keep up with me because you think that's the only way to do it. That's a definitive no. Ooh. Your legs are getting a good workout. Now, how do we manage that in a seated class? Super easy, team. Don't think this is easy just because we're sitting on a chair. In fact, pause for a second. You need a quick sip of water. Otherwise, you're gonna march on the spot. And the next move, just watch for a second, team. Heel pops. We're gonna do something like this. If the arms can go overhead, you're gonna tap your knee. Is the knee crossing the body? That's a no. Right knee in front of right chest, left knee in front of left chest. Arms go as high as they can. You're in it. Yeah, you are. Come on. Woo! Yes, because you're worth it. So you may be doing a chair class today because you've got an injury or surgery coming up, or you just finished a surgery. So standing is not an option. And that's awesome that you've chosen to move your body despite the fact that there's some challenges in front of you. You get extra points. Yeah, you could give up. There's plenty of people who do, but you're not one of those people. Why would you? Gosh darn, you're worth it. Let's go, come on. Woo! Oh my, I'm sweating. 20 more seconds, team. March is our last move. Accessible at your own pace. 10 more seconds of this though. Anyone who says you can't get your heart rate up in a chair class doesn't know Diana. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're in the march, right? I have to think. Oh, yeah. Let's go, team. You can go to the beat of the music or you can go to your own beat. Hands can be on your hips. You can take your legs out of it or just go into a heel pop. In fact, I'm going to go into a heel pop. So what do we want to do? We want to try and raise our heart rate so that it's more than a casual stroll to your local Tim Hortons, right? Or coffee shops here in Canada. So we want to make sure our heart rate is elevated a little bit, that we have to take a breath after 3 or 4 words. Yeah. Or that your heart rate is pumping so much so that you can talk, but you don't really wanna. You got it, 10 more seconds. Then we're back from the top. Big breath in, quick break. 3, 2, 1, that's it. I need water. So we wanna stay hydrated. Little sips, yeah? We know that. Take too much water in, we'll end up with a cramp. Seated step jacks, my nemesis. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do both arms so I don't have to think. Otherwise it's opposite arm, opposite leg. Or maybe your legs are not part of this. Maybe you're popping your heels. Yeah, what could you do? Keep that heart rate up with your community. Maybe your arms are in front of your chest. I don't know. There's so many ways. So if we take our arms out of it, it's gonna decrease the challenge. But bring the arms overhead, it's gonna increase the challenge. Is your posture going? Is your low tummy muscles working? Yes, they are. Let's go. 15 more seconds on the clock. Woo! I have another class after this. I'm going to have to change. All sweaty. 3, 2, 1. Grab a quick sip of water, team. I'm going to change that music for those of you who are in this class right now. We want to keep the energy up, don't we? Yeah, we do. All right, back into it, team. No time to waste. Alternate kicks with double punch. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Kick, kick. That's it. Now, again, for those of you who are a little bit more advanced in your practice and you're like, meh, my heart's not really pumping. I'm not sweaty like Diana. Look what you could do. Arms overhead. Yes, you can. Ooh, yes. You can do a combo. Just keep moving. Don't give up. You're in your last set here. Again, we're aiming for 10 minutes consecutive, and we're going to get it here today. Because you're worth it. Woo! Okay, I'm going back to in front of my chest. Alternate knee taps. Coming up in 5. In 4, that's it. Nice and tall. 3, chin tuck in, back of the neck long. 2 and 1. Here we go. Pause. Watch for a second. Knees are not crossing the body, right? We are not doing the can-can, although that would be fun. And you're at risk here of doing something like this. So refrain. Instead, stay nice and tall, and maybe don't lift the knees quite as high. Yeah, so many options. You're the boss. I'm just here to guide you. Yeah. Let's go. You know why my smile's getting bigger? Because we have one more exercise after this. Woo! Not that I don't like it. But holy Hannah. Is this girl sweaty? Let's go, let's go. Full body workout. In 5. That's it. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. So right into it. We're going to go opposite arm, opposite leg. Let's go. Finish up the last minute. Strong, team. Maybe your feet are lifting. Maybe you're up on your toes. Your sit bones are equally weighted, and you have that gorgeous posture. Woo! It's like you're tiptoeing through the tulips, except it's not spring. Sadness. It'll be here before we know it. Don't worry. Good thing about seasons, they're always changing, right? That's it. Come on. Woo! 30 seconds left. What do you got? You want to run it out with me? Do it. Can you hear my feet tapping? Also giving my bones some information that they need to stay strong for me. So tap, tap, tap. Yeah, come on. 10 seconds, let's go. Who's gonna beat me to the finish line? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't give up, don't stop. Just because I said the circuit's over. We wanna get that heart rate down slowly. So hands on thighs, heel pops. Slow that breath down. Long inhalations and exhalations. You did it. Little cool down, little stretch, and on you go with your day. With a little bit more energy, little dew on the skin. 5, 4, nice job, team. 3, 2, 1. Everybody grab a sip of water. Let's go, let's go. Stay hydrated for me. Remember, the nice thing about having a recording, you can always pause, run out of water, run out of steam. That's okay. I feel it too. So we're gonna extend our left leg out, take our hands to the top of our right thigh, lift up out of the waistline, and hinge with that flat back ever so slightly. Just feeling a nice stretch. So that leg is extended. Maybe you're drawing your toes back towards your face. Maybe you're even thinking about spreading those toes. Woo! The sweat is real. So that left leg now, We got a lot of work on the front of that thigh, that hip flexor. So how are we going to stretch that in a seated class? Super easy. 3, 2, and 1. Stand up nice and tall. Take that left leg and bring the top of the foot to the floor. So you can see right now my knee is slightly forward of my hip. We want to increase that stretch. We simply bring that knee farther back until it's in line with our hip. But not necessary. It's just an option. I'm hugging the back of my chair so that I don't fall off and pressing the top of my foot down. So I'm getting a nice stretch in through the top of the foot, top of the shin, all the way up into my thigh and hip flexor. Maybe squeeze that left buttocks, increase that intensity of stretch. You're doing great. Full breath. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, bring your feet together. We're going to extend the right leg now. So right heel to the ground, right toes drawing back, spine nice and tall. I like to show from the side because I can't stress enough the importance of that tall spine. Here we go. Sit up tall, hands on the top of the left thigh, and we're going to hinge forward ever so slightly, drawing those toes back. Tuck that chin in. Nice full breath all the way down into the low belly. Oh. Nice cool glass of water after this class, and maybe even a snack. Making sure, team, although nutrition is outside of my scope, one thing I know from bone health and all my training is that we need to have a source of protein with every single meal, and a good source of protein too, right? Sit up nice and tall. Take your foot and bring it back again. It can be here. It can be all the way back. Maybe you notice the difference between one leg and the other. And again, please don't forget, give that chair a hug. Press the top of the foot down and squeeze the right buttocks. So you're pushing that hip open and forward. I always look down. And what do I have to say about that? You're already at a disadvantage, especially if you're walking, right, team? We want to keep our eyes on horizon and use our eyes to gaze around. So we keep our head nice and level, and our eyes have a pretty good range of motion, wouldn't you say? So let's use those instead so that our head stays in line with our spine. Good job, team. Come back through center. Let's stretch our arms a little bit. So extend your right arm. Maybe use your left hand to draw your palm back ever so slightly. Soften the shoulders. So good, so good. Let's go to the other side. And you never push yourself to a point of pain, right? Stretches should be like on a scale of 0 to 10, maybe like a 3 tops sensation, maybe 4. Never more than that, and never to cause shaking or pain. Shake out your hands, shake out your arms, shake out your torso, shake those arms up and down by your side. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. Bring your feet hip width apart, hands resting on the top of your thighs. You either gaze downcast or close your eyes, and just take a moment here to thank yourself for making time for you today to move, to breathe, to get stronger, because you are absolutely worth it. Take a big collective breath with your Mindful Movement RX community team. Big breath in. Open your mouth, exhale it out. Ha. So good. One more time, team. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Ha. Good. And when you're ready, open your eyes and welcome yourself to the rest of this magnificent day. Thank you so much, team, for being here. You mean the world to me. Thank you. Take care.